What up, though, Ledge here? Look, man, I I'm right now. I'm going through different stages of if I should do a full recap of this card. Like, I'm struggling with that. If I do, it won't be here. The full recap. If you a subscriber and tuned in to my full fledged Ledge podcast, top tier podcast on all your streaming services, there's elite content over there. That's why I do more of the in-depth, full breakdowns and analysis of things. And I have a different set of content over there. So if I'm gonna do the full recaps of the whole event, day 1 and 2, it's likely to be on there. Just find me on your streaming service, your favorite one, top tier podcast. Here to talk about Daylyt versus Rum Nitty. This was y'all seen the vlogs. I was excited about this battle, man. Really, really excited about this battle. One, because I thought Daylyt was running from two people. I thought Daylyt was running from Rum Nitty and Low Deluxe. Looks like we're about to get both of those. Well, we got one, like we're about to get the other one. So I had to recant my statement, and I was excited to see it. What made me even more excited, bro, was day one, finding out that it was going to be in a pit style where everybody's going to have their undivided attention aimed at you. Y'all going to be level with the crowd and things like. I was like, oh, once I seen that, I was like, we locked in. And then the battle happened. And I'm gonna say this: for as much as people are kind of disappointed in Daylyt's performance, I'm a little bit, just a little bit, underwhelmed with Rum, particularly in the first round. Um, I thought he was gonna come out the gates to like set the tone, and I thought he was good but not great. I thought his round was very, very beatable, very beatable. My thing with Rum is weird because you always tell people like, "Yo, I want you to evolve and be better than that and stuff like that." And some people might just be good at what they're at, so they might be just so good at it. Just keep them there. And what I mean is, Rum seems like he every now and then he wants to show you he can do a little bit more than just flat out punch. So he'll like tie angle and then punch out of the angle and stuff like that instead of just like hitting you with a crazy name flip. Although he was flipping day and light pretty frequently in the battle, but he would like to touch on the subject and punch out of the subject he's talking about. And I don't think that's his strongest game to me. I think when it's more name flip and or general, and like I think that's when he's, you know what I'm saying? Like some of his legendary lines came from just generalization. MOP and Annie up. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So I thought he was cool, but I thought it was beatable. In my head, I'm like, oh, Daylyt about to go up 1-0 easily. Because in my head, I'm thinking about, and this is maybe all of our mistakes. We're still hanging on to the Daylyt we saw versus Tay Rock. And realistically, that was really one of the few last dope performances he's had. But that's the one. Because it was such a highlight. It was such a moment. Our minds just stuck on that. So anytime his name gets booked, we immediately think we're going to get that Daylyt. Just like when Lux was on a hiatus and he came back, we thought we was going to get gray hoodie Lux, and we got a whole different Lux. So that's what happened, man. Daylyt came, and I seen his kind of explanation on the approach there, like connecting like gods and aliens and bringing up Bible scriptures, talking about Exodus. Like I kind of think I see what he was going for, and I know a lot of you Daylyt fans who are got a third eye open, y'all woke as fuck. Y'all gonna probably say it's way over your heads. This is what Daylyt fans gonna do. They're gonna tell me it's over my head, but not exactly break down what he was trying to do. It's like you don't get it without them trying to explain it. But yeah, it's just very dense, very lyrical. He was rapping amazingly. The multis, the connectors, the you know what I'm saying. Like the word play, the word bending was really, really elite. It just didn't connect with myself, and it didn't connect in the building for most. There were some people who was on his side trying to amp it up, but he was dying on Twitter. He was. I ain't gonna lie, he was dying on Twitter. He was dying on Twitter for sure. Um, so he kind of just lost he lost a winnable round, which is just unfortunate. So all in all, you had Rum with an round, and you had Daylyt with an round. So it didn't like you leaving out the first round, not like, oh, we got one. We like, all right, something got to change. Something got to change fast. And it did, man. Rum Nitty took flight in the second round, bro. He got back to vintage rum, name flips. Like I said, just general punches that just landed crazy. Um, Daylyt savings, the save, the time change. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Arizona. Like all of that pack in that second round was so elite, bro. And he was relentless. And this is the thing. Rum is like Klay Thompson in his prime. Like when Klay gets going, he can give you 25 in the quarter, bro. Like off of just off of limited movement. Like he probably, you remember when Steph like hit you with like 11 dribbles and gave you like damn near 30. He just got that hot. That's Rum. When Rum punching and he lands like some haymakers, they don't stop, bro. They come in flurries. And that's pretty much what happened. And I can tell you was watching Daylyt's reaction. He was visibly trying to keep it together, but he couldn't. And it played out in his second round where he gave you a couple of bars, and he kept saying hold it down or something like that. But I played it back. I don't know about y'all unless maybe my speaker blew out on the left side or something. Like maybe my speaker gone. But I ain't hear nobody really saying much to make him completely stop rapping. And then, you know, he tried to play it off like he was trolling. Then, it just it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it, man. It wasn't it for me. Um, I think you're up 2-0, Rum Nitty with an okay round, and Daylyt pretty much sabotaging the second round, trying to sabotage um Rum's round going as we go into the third, and it was just a little underwhelming and very disappointing. And quite frankly, the battle is pretty much done, and it's pretty much set in stone on what it's going to be. It's going to be an underwhelming battle before we even get to the third. So we get to the third. Rum has like, if his first was and his second was spectacular, his third was like in the middle somewhere. It was cool. He had some joints in there. It was one in particular. I don't want to butcher the line, but yeah, one in particular that was crazy to me that didn't get the reaction I thought it deserved. But he he was cool. Like he was solid. And Daylyt, you was waiting for this one. Unquestionably, his best round. Um, I don't want to fall into the trap of saying because it was his best round, he won the round. So I tried to watch it again because I did give him the round initially when I watched it live. I was like, oh, he got this. And where this been? Where was this at the first two? But I wanted to watch it again. And actually, after watching it again, just based off of not judging previous rounds, his third versus Rum's third, I do think Daylyt got that third. So I don't have it at 30. I know a lot of people are going to say Rum 30, but don't be emotional. Don't be emotional when you do this. Like, don't let what Daylyt did in the second just wash away your thoughts on giving him the third. Like that, we ain't about that life. We different. So, the third was clinical. It was direct, but he was still rapping. He was still lyrical. He still made points. He still had a message. Like, and that was the thing. Like, you could do all of this. You could stay true to yourself, but be a little more direct and have it be more palatable. I don't know if I said that right. I'd be trying to avoid that word, but you know what I'm saying. It could be a little more tasteful for the listeners. Um, so I don't think you have to sacrifice and dumb it down and things like that. But I feel like, and I, and something told me, and I put it on Twitter. You can go check right after the battle. I feel like he was gonna try to spin it like, oh, I was giving you what battle rap has been lately. Like one round is lyrical, but then the second round is trash, and the third round you turn up and be more fan friendly. Like I feel like he's gonna spin it like that. Like he's giving you the all the ups and downs of battle rap in one battle or something like that. And I think he said something some kind of in those lines in the interview I heard afterwards. But I ain't buying it, man. I just think you had a game plan that kind of failed, and I think that second shook you up, and that's fine. Next is potentially you him and Lux. I seen Lux there. It wasn't announced, but I don't know. The anticipation of me wanting to see that has tempered a little bit because now they got a common opponent that they went against fairly recently. Lux did extremely well against Nitty. Daylyt pretty much pissed in the bed in this battle to me. So based off that, based off Lux kind of adjusting a little bit on how he approaches these battles, I gotta go. My mind, I'm gotta go with Lux going into the battle. I was probably gonna pick him anyway, but yeah, man, that's where I'm at with it. And as for Nitty, man, this is another notch under the belt, bro. Legacy battle. He cleared he cleared Daylyt at like maybe 70%, 65, 70%. This by far wasn't the best Nitty I've seen. Seen like I can name about 15 to 20 battles better than this from him. Probably more than that. But a win is a win. It's just like sports. Sometimes you everything can't be a blowout. Everything can't be you putting up 38 points, man. You probably you won this 17-3. You can win a little low scoring game 17-3. Nothing wrong with that. But shout out to Nitty, Apollo, TBL, chilling, everybody that was involved. Listen, I'm not faulting them for how the battle went. Never fault the league owners for the performance of the battle not working out. If we liked it on paper, and if we liked how the production of the battles looked, then the league owners did their job. The rest is on y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on the battle, man. I'll probably do one more individual recap, full recap on the streaming services. Just tuning in the Top Tier Podcast. Peace and love.